Welcome to the Angel Mystic podcast. I am super excited you are listening because this is where spiritually open minds can come together to explore the wonders of angels, spiritual connections, and the art of manifesting. Hosted by me, Amanda Tooke, the Angel Mystic, your spiritual midwife to help you on your journey to a fulfilling and happy life. You may have seen me on ITV, Channel 4, or even in Fate and Fortune magazine. In each episode, we will delve into the mystical world of angels, offering you insights, guidance, practical tools to deepen your connection with the upstairs so that you can find inner peace, happiness, joy, and create the life that you want. Tune in for weekly, fun conversations, transformational insights that will elevate your spiritual journey and awaken your inner mystic. Please hit subscribe now as we embark on a transformational adventure with the Angel Mystic podcast. And here we are, another episode on the Angel Mystic podcast. This one is all about one size does not fit all with your spiritual growth. And here is why. So often in life, one size fits all. We hear that even on clothing, right? But let me tell you, if you're on a spiritual journey, it is not going to be the same as anyone else's spiritual journey at all. I have been on this journey, all of my life, from being a little girl, I have been aware of spirit. I have been consciously, being sort of on the development journey since 2000, and I've been teaching this for the last 15 years. And I'm here to tell you that everyone is different. It really is about trusting what you're getting, your own process, experimenting with things, and not getting overwhelmed with the shoulds and the things that you feel forced to do. It's really about weaving in spirituality into your life. So that's what we're going to be doing in this podcast today. We're going to be finding out what works for you on your spiritual journey and what doesn't. Finding practices that really light you up, because that's so important. And finding your rules with your spirituality, because you're the one that's in charge of this. You're the one that's in control of this. So stop forcing and start flowing with it. And make it fun. Make your spiritual journey work for you, not the other way around. Now, here at Angel HQ, we are a team of 3. There's myself, there's Corrie, my daughter, and there's Linda. And you know what? We are all awesome manifestors, without a doubt. We're all really well spiritually connected, but we all do it differently. So Corrie and Linda do not like to journal. I love to journal. Absolutely love to journal. Corrie is amazing at visualizing in her head, and I am much better at doing scripting. And it's the same with our spiritual practices. They are all different as well. We are all different. Every single one of us in this world is different. So if you want help finding what's going to work for you, this is the episode to listen to or watch, depending whether you're on YouTube or some other platform. One size certainly will not fit all with your spiritual growth. So as I've been doing this for 15 years, teaching this for 15 years, I've noticed that people often feel like they're doing it wrong. They're trying to squeeze into somebody else's version of spirituality when they just need to be doing their own thing. And one thing I always say in my trainings that, we mustn't compare ourselves to anyone else. Your daily practice, be it spiritual or manifesting or a crossover, has to fit around you. Now, there's a terrible saying, there's many ways to skin a cat. I hate that saying, but it sort of came to mind when I was sort of thinking about what to say. It is very true. There is many ways to get the same result. And just because something's working for someone else doesn't mean to say it's going to be working for you in the same way. Your spiritual path is unique as your fingerprint. And what lights you up might not light me up or somebody else up. And that's okay. It's exactly as it's meant to be. We all have so many different ways of connecting with the universe, different rhythms, different seasons in our life, different times of day, different places. What works for you right now might not be the thing that will work for you further down the line. And that's the beauty of all of this. I can remember years ago, my son suffered, well, it was a non-attender at school for some time. He really had a problem with school. And we were we were seeing somebody for help with all of that, and they recommended doing EFT tapping. And I can remember the first time I tried EFT tapping, I was really frustrated by it. I didn't like how it made me feel. He didn't like it. It didn't feel like it was working for us. So we sort of tried it, but we didn't continue with it. We stopped. Fast forward a few years, I came across EFT. It was suggested to me again. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to try it. Oh my goodness. I swear by EFT, emotional freedom technique. It is a great way to clear blocks, and I recommend other people to do it too. But it didn't work years ago for me, but now it does. So don't dismiss things that you've tried and it didn't work. I mean, meditation itself is huge, and meditation is a meditation practice. That's why it's called meditation practice. It requires practice. And you can go through waves with meditation that, sometimes you like to follow a guided, sometimes you'd like to follow a free meditation. It always is changing. It never stays the same. So you've got to revisit things sometimes, but you've got to do what feels right for you. And this is where people feel stuck. They may follow a book or a guru, a social media trend. And when it doesn't click, they think that's it. They just dismiss it. This isn't for me. But there is so many other things that you can do. And essentially, you are that spiritual being having that human reality. And you might be beating yourself up thinking, I'm not doing it right. And you are. You're doing it exactly as you need to. The thing that will be missing is trust. Trusting whether it's right for you. Trusting if there's another way to do that. This is about building a toolkit that works for you, and it mustn't ever feel forced. It must feel fun. In Abundance Club, we have so many different ways of doing the same thing, so many different ways of visualizing, so many different ways of doing your affirmations, because one size does not fit all. Some people can meditate for hours upon a day. Some people like to meditate just for an hour. Some people like 10 minutes. Some people like to do a different form of meditation, like breath work or watching the birds in the garden. It's all so different. Some people journal every day. Some people only pick it up when they feel like they need to work through something. And then there's so many different tools. There's crystals, there's cards, there's healing, there's rituals. They're all amazing. But every tool is not going to feel like it's for you. I have tried, I think, everything in the spirituality realms, apart from the one thing that I just can't get my head around yet, and it may come, is runes. Runes just haven't called me yet. There was a time when I did a lot of palms. There was a time when I did a lot of crystal balls. I don't do those things now because that's not where I'm at. But the magic starts to happen when you give yourself permission to explore. When you try things on for size and you think, oh, yeah, that's working for me, or that's not working for me, or that's enough of that. I mean, I'm a 57-year-old woman. The clothes I wear today are very different from the clothes I wore when I was a teenager, when I was in my 20s, 30s, when I was a child. They're still clothes. It's the same with your spirituality. You've got to try different things, see what fits for you. Spirituality has to fit in. And whilst Abundance Club is amazing and brilliant, and it's been going, I think it's 9 years now, Abundance Club, 9 years, that's incredible. It's a membership. It helps you create a daily practice, both spiritual and manifesting. But it doesn't work for everyone because everyone's different, which is why I created Spiritual Versity, which was even more low cost. It's £20 for the whole year. And it gives people a little simple toolkit of things they can use, a couple of lives twice a year, and great discounts. Because not everyone wants a full program. Not everyone wants a membership. Everyone is different. And you've got to find what's right for you. You've got to do it your way. And Spiritual Versity is like a starting place. It's a great place to start. You've got some fab tools in there. You can create a crystal grid. You can learn about angel signs and work out the decoder so you can understand your signs. You can learn to ground and protect every day with a beautiful meditation. You can watch the goal setting events that happen. And then if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can think, well, do you know what? I'll give Abundance Club a whirl because that's changed a lot in 9 years, just as you've changed a lot in 9 years. An Abundance Club will give you so much more support. It's the most supportive community group I have. It's incredible. I think of it as like my family. It's my go-to place. And in there, you've got 3 live events each month. You've got a whole map of, I think it's 14 guides now that you can go into with all this content to help you create a daily practice that works for you. Not that you do what I'm doing, you create one that works for you with my support. So here's a challenge for you today to stop comparing yourself with anyone else. You don't have to measure up your practice to anyone else's. You can be curious, you can be interested, you can experiment, you can see what works and what doesn't work, but trust what feels good and leave what doesn't. This is your journey, and it doesn't need to look like anyone else's to be powerful, to be valid, to be life-changing. Mix it up. Just because you tried something once, didn't work for you, try it again. And if you want to explore more in Spiritual Versity, in Abundance Club, the notes, and not the notes, the links will be in the show notes. Come and join us and start building your spiritual toolkit in a way that works for you. So now we are going to do the angelic insights for the coming week. This is the 1st to the 7th of September. Now in my head, I'm still in May. I'm April going into May. That's where I am. But we'll see what the cards want us to know. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, the cards are really balanced. They've both got yellow cards on the end and purpley blue ones and then grey ones and then a red one in the middle. So this is quite like an interesting week energy-wise. It feels like it's flowing like this because it's got a little rise in the middle of it. It feels well balanced this week, does it? Really does. We've also got lots of signs to look out for this week. We've got rainbows, we've got messages in music, we've got little white butterflies and little white feathers. They're all the signs that you need to look out that your angel is saying, I'm here, I want to help you. If you don't understand your angel signs, there's the angel sign decoder to look at in Spiritual Versity, and there's a whole podcast on angel signs. The first card is the joy card. This is about doing what gives you joy. Now, this could be within your spiritual practice for sure, but equally, it feels like there's something you've been putting off, you've been wanting to do, you need to crack on with it. I'm instantly taken back to the end of last summer when I kept seeing people crocheting all on social medias. I can get, oh my goodness, they're making amazing things. I'd never be able to do that. But it kept sitting with me and I kept thinking, I really want to try that. I really want to try that. And we went away in I think it was the October half term, and I took a ball of wool that I pinched from my mum and a crochet hook that was actually bought to do up the buttons on my daughter-in-law's wedding dress. And I took it away and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to try it. Followed a few YouTube videos, couldn't get the hang of it, needed someone to show me. Thankfully, I was meeting up with Linda on retreat. She showed me how to do it, and I have flown with it ever since. It feels like that. It feels like there's something that you've been wanting to do, that you've been putting off, that you need to start doing because it's going to give you the joy that you are missing. That's the Monday. On the Tuesday, we're going into the health card. This doesn't feel important as in like priority, but it feels like there's something underlying that you've been putting off and now's the time to address it. It might be that you want to look at your food intolerances. If you're on the spiritual awakening journey, you're probably hitting up against food intolerances. It might be that you need to drink more water, get more sleep, get more rest. Start looking after you is the message on that. On Wednesday, we've got the organised card. I also see this as house moving card. I also see this as decluttering. If you're wanting or you've been putting off, this is a week of addressing what you've been putting off, let's be honest. If you have been putting off any of those things, now is a time to start moving with that. And definitely, freshening up the energy around you, clearing space, making space for magic and miracles. Thursday is the no card. Now, this is not a negative card, but it is a reminder to start setting some proper boundaries and learning to say no with your angel's help. No, but I'd really, really, really need to say no for my own. It feels like you need to say no for your own well-being. And when you say no, you need to express that. Ask your angels to help you find the right words. They're really good at that. What are we on now? Friday. Friday is the fears card. My little granddaughters, I've been away with them recently, and I always have angel cards in my bag, and I got them out and they were playing with them. And they were going, oh, why is that man in jail? Why is that man in jail? Excuse me. Oh, heck, this hasn't happened for a while. But we've got spirit coming in. Let me give it a moment to allow them to work through me. Okay. If you've not heard that happen before, that's what happens when spirit comes through. My voice goes very croaky and wobbly, and then I have to give them permission to work through me, which I've done now, so my voice will come back to normal. And they will be the channelings right through me right at the moment. But my granddaughters were saying how this little man was in jail, and that's what our fears are, aren't they? They're keeping us stuck. They're keeping us held back. So are you feeling like you're in jail, like you can't live the life that you really want to live? Because if so, it's time to remove those fears. It absolutely is. And we've got Archangel Michael coming into the weekend to help you do that. He helps you leave the past behind. And it's time. This whole week has been, it's time to address things that, you should have addressed sooner. Doesn't matter. You're doing it now. But Michael is here to help you to cut those cords of attachment. And a beautiful reminder at the end of the week, the best friend you are ever going to get is your angel, and start connecting with them. That's our messages for this week. Let me know what you're taking from all of this. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a little review. I can't tell you how much it helps. And I will see you back next week when, give you the heads up, we will be talking about angel cards. You're not going to want to miss next week's podcast. Till then, bye for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit follow and share my message by sharing with your friends. It would be amazing if you can leave a review. All this will help, and it activates the universal law of the more you give, the more you receive. So it's a win-win. You can find more good stuff between episodes over on social media. Just search The Angel Mystic on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, or check out the links in the show notes. I'd love for you to connect more over in my free group in Abundance Manifesting, all on Facebook. Hope to see you there.